My name is Peter Foss. I'm the Dean of the College of Health here at Southern Miss, and I had the privilege of serving as chair of the Campus Search Advisory Committee. And I actually was one of the 7 that participated in the interviews of all the candidates. Allow me this time to recognize the board members who are here today, as well as the commissioner. Ms. Robin Robinson, who served as the chair of the Board Search Committee, Mr. Roy Estes, and Commissioner Tom Meredith is here. And I don't see Dr. Greenwood anymore. I know she's here. Dr. Greenwood is here with us today, who was the search consultant. I'd also like to recognize the members of my search advisory committee here, and I know Bob Mixon is here. Bob, would you stand up? Bob served on the 25-member committee that first screened applications, and then our committee elected 7 to go forward in the interviews. The selection of the university president affects the general public, as well as all of us in the room, and especially the students on our campus. We also have several members of the media here. I'd like to welcome them and thank them for covering this event. Without further delay, allow me to introduce Mississippi native back home, Dr. Martha Saunders, who is the preferred candidate for the president of the University of Southern Mississippi. Dr. Saunders is the first ever woman to hold the current position of chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, just one of the many accomplishments in her 30-year career in higher education. In her short time in Wisconsin, she has already overseen several major multi-million-dollar building projects and has facilitated a highly inclusive strategic planning process that brought the campus together. Previously, she was Vice President of Academic Affairs at Columbus State University in Georgia and Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences at the University of West Florida in Pensacola, where she also served as the director of the University Honors Program. Her experience also includes success in a $100 million capital campaign. Dr. Saunders has extensive training and experience in the field of communication and a scholarship in this area that led to numerous publications and national awards. This is a homecoming for Dr. Saunders. She received a bachelor's degree in French right here at Southern Miss. She received a master's in journalism from the University of Georgia and a doctorate in communication theory and research from Florida State University. Dr. Saunders and her husband, Mr. Joseph Bailey, who's with us today, welcome Joseph, have 7 grown children and 3 grandchildren. We're going to ask Dr. Saunders to come forward and say a few words, and then she will take any questions. Dr. Saunders.
Thank you very much. It's good to be home. One of the nice things about this campus visit is that I was able to give Dr. Meredith directions to getting here, and I said, no, you turn up on 40th Avenue and this is the way you go. And so it is just wonderful to be back. In many ways, I've never left. My family is still here. My mother has just recently sold her house and moved to Collins to be closer to my sister there. And Joe and I get back about every 6 weeks for a long weekend, when my mother presents him with a long list of things to do, and she and I go to lunch. So it is just wonderful to be home, and I'm home in a number of different ways. It's wonderful to be back on this campus. Campus has changed a lot since I was here. It's beautiful. It is just so striking and makes me so proud. One of the things, and I know that some of you, many of you are alums, one of the things that I will tell the alumni group a little later is there is a relationship that never ends. You don't get to divorce your university. And our reputations are mutually beneficial. And so it has been wonderful, even since leaving USM, to see the reputation of the university enhanced. As it has gotten better, I was able to puff up a little, stand a little taller and say, you know, I went to school there. And that is one of the things that athletics brings to a university. I can't think of many things, or sometimes anything, that brings more visibility to a campus. You can have all the quality you like, but if nobody knows about you, it doesn't do you a lot of good. And athletics brings an important visibility to the campus. That is something that we enjoy in my current institution. And I'll have to tell you a little story. When I got there, I have several people who report to me directly. One of them is the athletic director. And I probably got and I won't say a cool reception, but he gave me most distance. It's the first woman president up there. He didn't know that you can't grow up in South Mississippi and not appreciate athletics. And certainly you can't go to Wisconsin and not appreciate athletics. But I overheard him say, a few months down the line, to someone, he said, "I had no idea how much women like to win." And I said, well, you know, you don't get to be a woman president without liking to win. And so, but athletics is not all about winning. It brings important visibility to the campus, and it's something that I have thoroughly enjoyed working with on my current campus. Athletes are student leaders. Because of their visibility, they have an amazing opportunity in leadership roles on a campus. And one of the things that I know from having some conversation with Miles Brand of the NCAA, he's really worried that the athletes aren't getting, and we're having a lot of conversations about athletes getting a full college experience and being totally integrated into a university. And so I know that this is an area that you are thinking about. I have heard only good things about this athletic program, about the athletic director, and I am very much looking forward to getting to know you better, to working with you, and to learning what I can do to be of support. I think maybe since there's a larger group, I'll stop talking now and take any questions that you might have, and we can get going. Sure.
I'll go first. Dr. Saunders, I'm Bobby Dews. You know the Dews, you probably remember Denise was your age.
Denise and I graduated.
And I was a little sophomore, but you were a senior. But I had, one of our concerns here is financial stability in athletics. And, we're competing against programs here that have anywhere from a $40 million to an $80 million budgets a lot of times. And our budget's $16 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I would ask is are you prepared to fund our athletic program to the extent that the IHL board will let you do that? Fully fund as much as possible, because, we certainly have to have that to compete.
Yes. Quick answer. And one of the things that is on my mind in looking at this is I don't want to lose any ground. Programs don't get to be strong overnight. They've taken time to develop, and so I would be very sensitive to any sudden moves, certainly, to losing ground. Balance is always important. And decisions that you make one year, you may have to readjust the next, but absolutely. I've also been very impressed with a lot of the external funding that Mr. Giannini has been able to put together as well, and that is an area that I think we can really focus on as well.